Boston is known for its unconventional transit network. And a part of what makes Boston's transit system so interesting is its Silver Line BRT. This line comprises 5 services, 3 running through a dedicated tunnel in downtown and the Seaport District, with the other services running down Washington Street. But the Silver Line's status as BRT has been widely criticized due to its lack of dedicated infrastructure on the surface. But many people aren't aware of Boston's other BRT, because it doesn't appear on maps, it doesn't have any tunnels, and it doesn't go anywhere near downtown. To investigate, let's take a trip on the Orange Line to Roxbury and explore the Columbus Avenue bus lanes. At Jackson Square, we get out because this is a major hub for buses that travel down Columbus Avenue. The bus lanes are used by routes 22, 29, and 44, all of which operate as BRT through this section. This project was opened relatively recently, being up and running in 2021. The line features 4 stops at Dimmock Street, Bray Street, Eggleston Square, Weld Avenue, and Walnut Avenue. The route is 2 lanes wide for its entirety, with the distinctive red paint denoting the presence of the bus lanes. So let's take a closer look at the design of the infrastructure along the route. The stations are all designed very tastefully, with nice shelters and signage. The platforms are all raised with yellow tactile platform edge tiling, all on a protected traffic island. Each station also features the distinctive T lollipop sign on the roof of the shelter, emergency help points for improved security, and these really tasteful and informative LED next bus display boards, something not even found at some subway stations. These stops also feature a map of the bus routes in the local area, and of the bus lanes themselves, which really enhances the feel of each stop, despite being a very subtle addition. The design is both very practical and very high quality, something that the MBTA should be very proud of, especially as quality of infrastructure has been a notorious struggle for the T in the past. Another important thing of note for this particular project is the quality of the transitway itself. Many of the bus lane projects on the rest of Boston's bus network have been designed with features that really detract from the functionality of the transitway, with cutouts for parking or right turn lanes that the bus lanes merge with at almost every intersection. But the Columbus Ave bus lanes do things just that little bit better, because buses along this route run in the street's median, so they don't have to deal with conflicting traffic turning right. But you may be wondering, what about cars turning left? Well, the Columbus Avenue bus lanes have a trick up their sleeve for that too. Dedicated signals. Because at every intersection, a separate traffic signal is located above the bus lanes, and instead of showing a red, yellow, or green light, they show a vertical line for green, a triangle for yellow, and a horizontal line for red. This is done to ensure that drivers don't get confused by the transit signal, as this could result in collisions with a passing bus. So when taking a look at this project, something became very clear to me. Everything on this project feels well thought out and well executed, but still relatively non-disruptive compared to the benefits it can bring. When compared to the surface sections of the Silver Line, particularly the section along Washington Street, which has relatively low-quality bus lanes, no signal priority, and shelters that generally leave a lot to be desired. So these minor improvements that the Columbus Avenue bus lanes bring makes this type of infrastructure improvement very scalable. Boston is covered in wide streets, passing through relatively dense areas, the exact same situation Columbus Avenue found itself in just a few years ago. But this small investment in transportation infrastructure can create all the difference. Massachusetts Avenue, for example, is notorious for its traffic problems and congestion. By investing in a reasonable alternative that is well planned and well executed, we can really transform not only a transit service, but the area that surrounds it. Broadway, Cambridge Street, Washington Street, Warren Street, Arsenal Street, Blue Hill Avenue, and more are all thoroughfares that could be transformed by projects similar to the Columbus Avenue bus lanes. And sure, it's not a subway or tram, but it's the first step in that direction. And by making visible investments in transportation today, we put ourselves in a better position to build a better Boston for tomorrow. And while this message may seem like an over-exaggeration when talking about a 4-stop busway, it is a blueprint, a case study, a role model for future investment around the city. So while it doesn't appear on maps, it doesn't have a tunnel, and it doesn't go anywhere near downtown, maybe it's time to take some more inspiration from the Columbus Avenue bus lanes.